Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you some more gameplay footage, this time around me playing Thresh, and as you can see this is me spectating this game in post, but I thought hey, this was a pretty awesome game, let's check out whether or not the replay file is bugged or not, and thank the gods it wasn't bugged, so I hope that this will be castable, well, just commentatable. It might just crash at any minute. This is how LoL replay works this time around. It can crash at any moment, but I feel like this is quite stable. It looks rather stable. So I am Thresh, of course, supporting. I'm just checking out the tribush, whether or not an enemy might approach, and there is actually one approaching, so I'll immediately flay him a little bit and try to do as much damage to him as possible, but there was support nearby and I thought, yeah, if that Blitzcrank pulls us in, we're dead, so I'm just gonna run away. Rather nicely for today. Then again, we did prevent Lee Sin from getting into our jungle, and that's actually quite a good thing, because he was going to counter it. Which is something I learned recently. It's just a few matches ago, I was playing support as well, and, well, I wasn't playing support, I was playing jungler, and the enemy jungler stole my red buff, so I thought, well, I might as well just defend red buff this time around, because I'm the support and I'm on bottom lane, and I can do it. And that's what made it so that Lee Sin couldn't invade, really. So I'm still checking out whether or not he'll invade from the other side, because if he wanted to do it once, he might just do it twice. I've seen people do it before, and it's frustrating to think about it, really. But instead, as you can see, Lee Sin is right over there. Actually, I should turn off the fog of the enemy just to make it more... Oh, that's the other way around me. Just to make it more realistic. This is the vision I had in this game, and it's the vision you'll be having. Making it look like a real game. This should stay here, so you can only see my items. So I had a really good AD carry in this game. He was sort of close to my playing style. Rather aggressive, as you might be able to see. So here we're now zoning away a Blitzcrank, which is not the easiest things to do, because if he grabs you, you might die. He will grab me early on in the game, but he was still level 1, so he can't really knock me up. And I immediately flashed. So for now I'm just collecting souls, hoping that I'll become level 2 before day will be, and it looks like that is very likely, considering we are pushing quite hard. Level 2 has been reached, death sentence has been leveled, and now I'm just waiting for the perfect catch, really. And we have one! Well, it's not perfect at any means, and I get pulled in. So I immediately flash away. Was that necessary? I don't think so, but at the very least we are zoning the enemy quite hard. And I need to ward. And that rhymes. So I'm still very rhymey, as always. It's a good sign. Tried to pull the Vayne again, but she is a tumbling son of a bee. Meaning that it will be hard for me to grab her, but I will grab her. Oh, don't you worry about that, I will grab her. Will Blitzcrank grab us? Well, that I don't know. There are lots of pings going down on top, which is of no concern of us. But we might actually want to see it, don't we? It might be the first blood. It is. A negative first blood. I did pull the Vayne though, death sentence her, and then of course flay her. Blitzcrank actually flashing in aggressively to knock me up, not too sure if that was the best move. But at the very least, it's a pity, we could have gotten first blood. Instead I pull Blitzcrank, I tried to stay under the tower for a little while longer to make it so that Varus doesn't get the aggro, but he did. He had to burn his barrier as well. And I thought, hey, I would survive it, but the exhaust made it so that I didn't survive it. Or at the very least, I would have died regardless. But I gave 2 kills to my AD carry, so I thought, well, it wasn't that bad. And I only gave a kill to the support. Vayne didn't even get an assist through that, so in a way, I still believe it's worth it. Also, our minions were pushing, so that means that if I didn't kill Blitzcrank, he might have gotten experience out of it, and I didn't want him to get experience. He did get experience from killing me, so it didn't work out too well in the end. Mid lane now has died as well, so the only lane currently that is winning is just the bottom lane, really. Let's check out the kills here, the assists as well. So Lee Sin did get an assist out of that, so technically our jungler is behind as well. I'll put them at the same thing. You know what, I'll put everyone on the same thing, even though we're not going to watch this that much. So technically all lanes are ahead. As you can see, the gold is quite even though, which is a good sign. We are farming quite well. We are out farming the bottom lane quite hard. Blitzcrank being aggressive, which means of course that Lee Sin is approaching. I throw down the lantern, but Varus flashed away from it. He was still able to grab it though, and here I thought, well, might as well do some damage to them. The bastards, they grabbed you. You don't grab people. So placing down one of my lost wards. I still have a pink one though. Or do I have two? I can't really see it from here. Might be two. Lee Sin was relatively close. I thought, hey, I can throw down a lantern if you like. So I will. He won't use it though because it's not really necessary. He will land his sonic wave and, well, a death sentence is all you require, robot. See you in the afterlife. Spoiler alerts, robots do not have afterlives. Once they're dead, they are dead. Major spoiler alert, if you don't believe in an afterlife, there is no afterlife, so... You're just a robot, mate. Look at your hands, it's metal! Ha! Sorry if you're not a robot, then I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. There are a lot of people that wish to be robots, so I don't want to put you down. Placing a pink ward because I thought Blitzcrank wards this area, but apparently he does ward this tri-bush, meaning that I make a huge mistake. Have both the bushes warded as well because we are fighting a Blitzcrank. Having bush control is relatively important because then he can't land those blind rocket grabs. It is expensive though to place that many wards. I was lucky enough to get many assists in the beginning of the game. Though once you have the Sightstone, you should be able to do the exact same thing. Of course, you won't be able to place pink wards, you need to buy those as well. So we are continuously pushing them towards the tower. I'm trying to prevent Vayne from getting as many lost hits as possible, but it isn't working, as if I put myself in a position to prevent Vayne from farming, it will put me in a position where Blitzcrank can pull me. So tower diving at Blitzcrank is another thing I want to do, because you can get grabbed and crowd controlled for a long period of time. Top lane, Darius again died to the Shen. Not the best of signs, but we have our own lane to win and to be concerned about. It's still early on in the laning phase regardless. We're about 7 minutes into the game. And Varus has now reached level 6. I wish I were level 6. That means, of course, that Shen is level 6 as well. He is dead, however, so he can't use his ultimate right now, but it is a factor that we need to take into consideration. Oh, Vayne, you want to last hit? Well, Varus has an answer for you. We're lucky that we were fighting a Vayne, actually. Her short range makes it so that even I can poke her from afar. Not that I can, because they're tower hugging at all times. Rightfully so, because if they're not, then we'll kill them. We're a little bit far ahead on the bottom lane. Ah, didn't reach. Only a level 4 Vayne. Well, 5 now. That's a lot of damage there, brother. And he gets pulled even, so this is not a good sign. Shen with the Stand United. They're going in closer. Varus with a great ult though. Those corruption chains, though they work perfectly. I probably didn't even need to use the box there, but it did its damage. Blitzcrank trying to be cheeky, dodging my death sentence there, but it doesn't matter if you continue to chase me. Well, his mana barrier saved him there. And that will be that. Shen is still there. He showed that he was recalling though, so I'm going to stand here for a while. They are relatively low, so 1 death sentence and it's a kill. I can't remember what happened here, so I'll just farm. We'll just farm together. I'll throw a lantern for some vision, but they're also, all of them are gone. A pity, they were low as well. Trying to grab the Vayne, but she wasn't shopping. A pity. Sometimes if the enemy is shopping, you can grab them, but normally you won't. At low elo, you'll grab them. Normally you won't. So I'll finally be able to recall. I have enough money for a ruby crystal. I don't think I'll have enough for a ruby sightstone. No, just a regular sightstone, really. Nice farm there, Blitzcrank. He will be level 6 when I get back, aren't you? A lot of AD damage as well. Yes, he has built an AD, I think. which works on a Blitzcrank, don't get me wrong. Support Blitzcrank can work on either AD or AP. If you like to get in and just box and box onto the enemy AD carry, then you'll do your job in the laning phase. But normally during the team fights, I prefer having magic penetration over armor penetration or just pure attack damage. Oh, nice steal. Oh my god, that was funny. I didn't realize that happened. That's a pity for that Lee Sin player there, and he almost got the Ezreal as well there. Great play, Lee Sin. It was an accident, I suppose. But that Ezreal just killed his own Lee Sin there. Oh boy. I'm just gonna jump over this wall here, mate. I know you're doing blue and you're relatively low, but I have a Lee Sin on my ass. Ah, Blitzcrank, you think you can just walk away like this? Vayne pulling me even closer there. I was almost able to flay her. Boom. So yeah, we did nice amounts of damage. I was going to ping just to check out whether or not there were any wards here. I have 2 pings, so I'll ping even there. Lee Sin going in from behind. Getting a quick kill on the Vayne. I didn't get the assist anymore though, which is frustrating. I did the death sentence. I did it. She even tumbled and I still got her. Oh, behave. So I'm just going to push this lane, knowing that Vayne is no longer alive. Varus, of course, doing the same, using his piercing arrow to do some quick damage on the minions, and then we're off. Maybe Blitzcrank is still standing there. That would be a stupid idea, though. And he almost grabbed me even. I landed death sentence. I will use my ability to get in closer, but the box will miss. Blitzcrank should die to the Varus, though, let's be completely honest. So a quick kill. Now, Blitzcrank shouldn't have been there. Let's be honest, you can't fight 2v1 against a lane that's quite fat with that many minions behind him. We need to be careful for Vayne though. I still have exhaust, and I don't know how that grab was even possible. I didn't really want it to grab her, but in the end, it worked out. Barely. If that exhaust wasn't there, if nothing were there, then we would have died. Now Lee Sin is coming in. And Varus, well, you'll need to run away. I was typing in chat because I didn't believe what was going down. But then I thought, well, I need to just push the Lee Sin away. Get away from my AD carry. Still that barrier though. And then the death sentence. But Shen was there as well. I will use the lantern. And Varus will be able to escape. But a pity indeed. He had the Sonic Wave. And then an Ignite even. So there was no surviving for me. Followed up by a quick Vorpal Blade. We tried, guys, we tried. But it didn't work out in the end. But we were so close. We were so close. And we got a lot of kills out of it. We got the Lee Sin, which is a nice bonus. We got the Vayne, which was a bonus in and of itself. I had to use exhaust onto her elsewhere. I could have used exhaust onto the Shen. Lee Sin wants to give it a go. He might actually be able to do it, but yeah, Blitzcrank's mana is relatively low. So his mana barrier shouldn't be that strong. Though, yeah, if your Sonic Wave misses, then that's the end of that, really. Well, we're about to get there. I wanted to have a Ruby Sidestone first, so it took a while for me to leave the lane. But Varus will be there. Varus will be there in a nick of time. Oh, you were doing... Is Shen still there? Oh yeah, they lane switched. I forgot about that. So yeah, Vayne wanted to farm, they wanted to put all their hopes onto Vayne, who is a very strong endgame AD carry. Then again, so is Varus. Because of his chains of corruption, he can kill pretty much anyone he hits with it in the endgame. Because they can't move and he can just shoot them from afar from a long period of time. Vayne can do the same though, with her Condemn. And she is a Vayne. So we're fighting now against a Shen and a Blitzcrank, which is quite funny because they're both melee champions. So they can't really zone us at all, even though it is a top laner that's now on the bottom. He is a level behind on my AD carry. He gets pulled though, but I'll place down a ward, so the Shadow Dash will miss, so will my Flay though. So that was a little bit of a pity for me. I do have the box, so Blitzcrank is in a heap of trouble, but he'll run away as well. Oh, nice chain of corruption there. Will make it so that now even Shen was snared. And guess what, Shen? You're dead, son. That was such a good AD carry move. Nice snipe, that guy. I like you. I like you a lot. So then, we destroyed the bottom tower. I didn't find any reason to let it stay up anyway, because they already lane switched on us. Top lane now being a Lee Sin versus Lee Sin battle. We are going to do Dragon, but because of that I wanted to have a safe ward on top. Fiddlesticks was pushing the middle lane anyway, so there was really no need for us to be afraid of anyone coming from here. It's still possible, but then Fiddle would be able to just cut the lane and get them while they try to get us. He still has his Crow Storm anyway. So we're switching up the aggro as well, so it should be an easy Dragon. With my last oh my god, it's a blitzkrieg. Oh, he grabbed me, but I grabbed you as well, mate. He did exhaust, so I didn't thought we could catch up to him. There was a Shen approaching as well. We didn't knew that, of course. But he is going to bait us quite hard, I feel. Yeah, we can't have that one. My flame missed, and he is going to destroy this turret. Is this about the time that he baits us in? I remember he baited us in, but I can't really... There's no one here, so you can't really call this a bait now, can you? Oh my god, it's a Lee Sin from over the wall! Forest got grabbed as well. I did manage to survive, I feel like. I will place a ward down to try and prevent him from landing a shockwave, but it won't work. So me and Forest got baited in nicely by the Blitzcrank player, but guess what? It's a surprise! The Fiddle coming up from above. I think he'll get a triple out of this, I'm not too certain though. Here Lee Sin will make a slight error. He should have waited with the resonating strike until the Shen had used his shadow dash, but in the end, if you're able to land a second one, then it's not a problem, mate. You did great. So even though we got baited in hard by the enemy, because of our good jungle and mid lane support, we were able to turn it a little bit around. We did give a lot of gold to the enemy though. And now even Darius shows up from top. Darius was losing his lane against Shen. Don't forget that Shen was 2-0 onto the Darius player. But because of their lane switch, Darius had to fight a weakened AD carry. Now of course range against the Darius is quite strong. But strong enough? Let's see. That's a lot of damage. So yeah, the answer is no. Darius is level 12 by now. Shen hasn't leveled since he went to the bottom lane. He hasn't. He has used his ult twice, and he still hasn't leveled since. And he can't. I don't know where he is, but he can't level. Oh well, here he is. Well, he should level now. We'll see. He has a Sunfire cape. But he still doesn't level. So yeah, now Shen is even far behind because of their lane switch. So maybe the lane switch wasn't the best of ideas. Because with Shen's global ultimate as well, what you can do is just make him level up quite strong, make him be fat, and then if we are going in for an invade, for a kill, I missed my death sentence there, then at the very least he should be able to use his stand united, and then kill us, because he will be levels ahead onto us, because he's a solo laner. Instead, they decided to switch lanes, and it didn't work out in their favor. Oh, Fiddle, you get grabbed there. I will place a ward down just to be safe. Right about now, so we'll have perfect vision. And then, well, that's just the best Fiddle ult you can have. A nice chain of corruption coming down from Varus, making it so that it was an easy kill for Fiddle. A triple kill out of that. That's an ace. At 18 minutes, well 19. Let's give him some slack. And the fight wasn't that bad for them either. Well, Darius came in the end. Well, not really in the end, he was there as well. And then the Fiddle ult that came all across them, that was pretty hard, combined with the chains of corruption. So, the minute they got caught in that, then it was over. But before that, the fight was really in their favor. They caught us off guard. Almost a grab there by Blitzcrank, but Lee Sin is going in regardless. But hey, let's dive them. Under 20 minutes, let's just dive them in the base and not die in the process. Well, Darius failed at that respect, but at least we might get a tower out of it. No, we will not. And here I'll let myself succumb to greed. I grab as a Shen, I knock them closer to my team, and then I die. But maybe we'll get some kills out of it. Well, probably not. Even Vayne survives. So it wasn't worth it. We should have just backed off. But greed, man. Greed is an easy thing to acquire when you're ahead. We are almost ahead by 10,000 gold, I didn't even know. 20 minutes in, that's quite harsh. Just like that Dark Wind was quite harsh. And then a Terrify. Varus just doing the damages all around. Might get a little bit too greedy though. We'll dodge the grab, so he should be fine. Ugh. It's an ability power Ezreal. Oh my god, that was a lucky dodge. Though he did have vision onto it, or else we wouldn't be able to see it. Another Dark Wind silencing the Shen, very important. Vayne will instead go on to the Fiddlesticks, who will not survive. He thought he was draining, but you can't drain after you get stunned, mate. Here I am. Here is the Thresh player. I have bought myself an Emblem of Valor, did buy myself some Mercury Threads as well. Well, because Lee Sin is a Lee Sin player, they can go tanky, don't get me wrong, but I noticed that our Lee Sin went for Ravenous Hydra, and I'm quite fat. Fat enough to go for a Locket of the Iron Solar myself. Blitzcrank, you're out of position, mate. You don't have vision onto the enemy jungler. Then you shouldn't be entering the jungle in the first place. You want to flash over the wall? You shall not. So instead he flashes over there. And here is a trick that I actually didn't know. Well, I had some suspicion, so I throwed my ward, and Lee Sin, he Resonating Strikes. Was it necessary? No. Resonating Strikes, I mean Safeguards. But a nice snipe by Varus. So, as a Thresh player, keep in mind that if you hurl your Lantern, your Dark Passage, that the Lee Sin can then finally safeguard towards it, meaning that he can more easily get kills that way. So use it wisely. A lot. Well, Death Sentence is just such a good ability, as you can see. Pretty much like the standard of Jarvan. He can also safeguard towards it, probably. Though I've never seen it before, but if you can teleport onto it, then surely you can also safeguard onto it. Oh my, Lee Sin being very cheeky there. He is a blind monk, so I can't really blame him. But, well, he get caught in between a rock and a hard place. The hard place being Darius. He is probably going to escape, but you will never escape the sentence of death. And thank you, Blitzcrank. Lee Sin actually needed that. So another kill for my AD carry. He might turn into Jim. Haha, stupid humor. So then, are we going to get our first tower in the game? Apparently so, for the Fiddle got a kill with his ult there. Ezreal unable to keep us down, so this should be a push into the base. We're going to stay here for a long time. Missed my death sentence there completely, as my mouse went to Pizzonkers. Oh, Blade of the Ruined King, purchased by Vayne. Only now? That's a late one. Well, I can't blame her, she couldn't farm, but still, that's very late. I'm going to check her items now, if you would excuse me. Yeah, she did go for a pickaxe as well, so it is understandable it is that late of a Blade of the Ruined King. Oh no, I grabbed the monk, and he just got away. No, my own monk! I'll hope they'll survive it all, because this is mayhem. Pure, unadulterated mayhem. Dark Wind mayhem. Oh, nice snipe with the chains. Chains of corruption. Ah. Well, there was nothing we could do, really. Let's just end this game and be done with it. Oh, he safeguarded towards my lantern again. Cool. And yes, he did. So, yeah, guys, this will probably be the end of the game. We can check out the timer. Oh no, it's actually still a minute. What are we going to do which takes another minute? Find out in the next minute. So Blitzcrank wanted to pull us. I thought, hey, I got a Shen. Not the guy I want, so I'm not going in. Shen, however, wants to go in, but he gets terrified. The fear of fighting me is just too much. Vayne now wants to go in hard, but hey, Vayne, you get too close and I'll exhaust you, girl. I must exhaust her. Where did I go? Oh, there. Ah, missed my death sentence. We'll land the lantern, but Fiddle is just long gone. So it's just you and me, Varus. You and me and Destiny. I'll have to exhaust the Lee Sin because, hey, he's a Lee Sin. He has some damage. He will kick Varus closer to the Ezreal, though. So Varus, one more shot should get the kill. Ah, you still have barrier, you cheeky bastard. So yeah, we could end it, but there is a Shen in 3 seconds. So if you want to end it, we'd better push it in now. Maybe we want more kills. Will Varus be able to survive a Shen, though? I don't think so. Blitzcrank, you're fast, but you're not that fast. Not ungrabbably fast. Oh no! Grab the lantern, boy. Escape the silence. Escape the Shen. So we're just gonna back off, but I think the super minions did the job for us, really. So, man, I'm glad this game didn't crash. Thank you, LOL replay creator. Sir Haxalot, is that your name? Thumbs up, mate. So guys, this was me playing a game of Thresh. That would be funny if I were the Shen player. Sorry that this wasn't post. This was of course a game that I played with friends and they are all Dutch, so I would just be speaking Dutch, and that's weird to make a video in Dutch. But I hope you enjoyed regardless. If you want more of these kinds of videos, I can make them, but keep in mind that role replay is still a little bit buggy, as every time Riot makes a patch, it is kind of shaky. Anyhow, as I said before, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do, whenever it is I'll do it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.